All right. Next section of the course. Everyone pays their tuition. This is going to be a bit of a brutal, harsh truth for you guys. You're not going to like this video, but it's pretty much the truth. It's pretty much unavoidable, this lesson, and it's definitely a crucial mindset component to keep in mind. I guess the ultimate conclusion of this video is just patience and perseverance, and it's setting realistic goals for yourself and what you can make from the coming bull run. So just for context, everyone pays their tuition. I'm referring to the amount of money that you have to lose in crypto before you can actually long term make money. So the thing is, in bull runs, everyone makes money, right? Everyone makes money, but very few people are able to keep it. So when I say you have to pay your tuition, that doesn't mean you won't make money this bull run. That doesn't mean you're not going to lose money forever. What it means is that there is a minimum amount of losses, a minimum amount of pain, a minimum amount of mistakes that you must make over a minimum amount of time before you can keep all of the money that you're making. Everyone will make money, but very, very few will keep it. And the tuition that you pay is not just from the money that you put in, it's also going to be from the profit that you make. You'll make profit and you'll lose the profit, and that is also the tuition that you will pay to the market. Okay, and it's just how the game goes in crypto. Now, if you were to do, let's say, a traditional stock investing, do you have to pay a tuition fee? No. I think if you do 401k, stock investments, just putting like $100 in a week or something, you will never have to, learn investing because they do it for you. If you buy gold and you just hold gold, there's no lessons you have to learn. You just bought gold. But if you are coming into crypto as an investor, there is absolutely a huge tuition that you have to pay. And that simply comes down to the volatility, the risk, and I guess the amount of gains that people are trying to make, right? When you buy gold, you're not trying to get rich. You're okay if it doesn't go up and down. You didn't buy it to go up and down. But with crypto, the mindset of any money you put in crypto is this is to make me rich. And making wealth and getting rich and wealthy is an emotional topic, right? Because maybe you've got a bad situation, a bad financial situation, and you really want crypto to make you wealthy. And so crypto is a very difficult game because of how high of an expectation you have on how much this is going to improve your life. And so you really want to do it right. You don't want to make mistakes. So this is how I would view it. Let me shrink myself. So trying to make money in crypto is the equivalent of signing up for a 3 to 4 year university degree. Now, the difference with a crypto degree and a usual degree is this degree is permanently ongoing and there's no actual starting point. And you can actually start the course whenever you would like to. But in order for you to complete the course and to make money after the course, you have to do the lessons, the courses, I guess, that occur at each stage of this repeating 3 to 4 year university degree. So for example, if you come into crypto during euphoria at the top where most people come in, right? Where most people start the degree, you cannot say that you completed the degree and be a fully sufficient, independent, profitable investor until you have experienced optimism, belief, and thrill and completed the full cycle from the very top to the very bottom and then back up again. So you might get in at the euphoria top and then experience this bear market and then experience this part, but until you've had one entire experience here, you haven't finished the degree. And so you're going to probably end up fucking up selling the top. You're probably going to end up selling too early, right? Because you're going to see this is euphoria, but you're going to think that this is euphoria. You're going to sell way too early, and then you might buy back in. So that is sort of just how markets work. You can start at any time the degree, and the degree has a sometimes cheap, a lot of the time very expensive tuition fee that you must pay. And the tuition fee just is paid basically in the form of losses that you make trying to make money. So The tuition fee that most people pay is they buy here. They buy here or here, or they buy here or here. Right? That's where most people pay their tuition. It's from buying it too high and then never taking profit. They end up losing a bunch of money. And so yeah, if you want to view it from a market cycle perspective, this is the top. Sorry, let's do a full one. Top to top is a complete market cycle, right? So this top to this top, that's a full market cycle. So we have the top, the bottom, the accumulation, the uptrend, the end of the bull run, and we start a new cycle. So until you have experienced this to this, you're not a fully competent crypto investor, because there's things that you haven't seen yet, right? There's a tuition that you haven't paid. When you do a degree, you can't say that you have the degree done until you've completed every part of the course. You can't just skip semester 2, assignment 5 because you didn't like it or because you forgot. No, you have to do every single course, get a mark, and then assuming you got good marks and you passed the test right, then you've, finished your degree, and then you can be making serious money. So that's just how it goes with crypto. Let's read over this. 80% of the mistakes investors make in markets can only be learnt to avoid through first-hand experience. So a lot of people will be watching this and go, okay, well, I'm going through this course. This course will allow me to, go from taking 3 years to taking 6 months to make money and keep it, because I'm learning everything. Well, the problem is 80% of the lessons you'd have to learn to make money can't be learnt from a course. They can't be learnt from anyone. They have to be learnt from first-hand experience. You can obviously reinforce the lesson running it by a mentor, which is really good, but you can't learn how to talk to a girl by reading a book on talking to girls. You can only learn through doing the thing, which is talking to the girl. You cannot avoid making mistakes in crypto by just reading, don't do this, don't do that, don't do that, do this. You have to make the mistake firsthand and then learn it. And so the only way that you can not lose money is basically to first lose lots of money many times. And massive losses, which is your tuition fee, must be paid to the market. Now, you either pay them up front when it's cheap, or you pay them later when they've accrued interest. So a lot of people, they will make a bunch of money in the bull run. They won't have paid their tuition fee, and they will think to themselves, oh, wow, investing's easy, I made all this money. And then they get to the end of the bull run, and because they haven't paid their tuition, they lose it all, right? Because they don't know how to sell at the end of the bull run. They haven't seen that part of the market cycle yet. They haven't seen how this part operates, so they would never know how to act in it. So you either pay your tuition early in your investing career when you don't have much money. Usually when you're younger, when you're younger, you tend to make less money. You make more as you get older. You're better off learning when you're younger. Also, when you're younger, you can take more risk because you're younger, right? You've got more life to make up for any mistakes that you make. When you're 55, you're too old to start from zero because you've just got not much time. You can't afford to make mistakes, and you got more responsibilities. You got kids, wife, etc. When you're young, you do it when it's cheap and you learn everything up front. Or you can decide to go, you know what, I'll make money this bull run, and I'll just face the consequences later and of not paying my tuition now, and I'll just I'll just pay it later. But when you pay it later, you've accrued interest in the form of making money when you shouldn't have, and you end up paying that all back to the market. You don't keep any of it. So because losing money for a long time is inevitable in crypto, your best option is to minimize the amount of money you lose, and you want to maximize the speed at which you do lose. So the quicker you can make every mistake, and the more you can learn from each mistake, and the less money you can lose from every mistake, the better, right? But also, yeah, you have to keep in mind, if you're going to get your hands dirty, don't just get your hands dirty. You want to get your whole body dirty, right? You want to go all in. So speedrun all the mistakes you can make through experimentation, reflection, and research, learning, reading things online. The goal is that by the time you've paid for a tuition fee, you are good enough as an investor to go to the market and take the equivalent of 20 tuition fees in profit. So in markets, you can only lose your tuition fee once, hopefully, but you can gain back your tuition fee unlimited times. Warren Buffett made billions and billions of dollars as an investor. He probably paid his tuition fee when he was very, very early in his investing career. He probably paid $50K. So what, he paid 50K and then he took like what, $1 million tuition fees? So that's you know, it's a good return on investment. You fuck it up for one cycle, you learn what not to do, and then you've got unlimited amounts of tuitions you can take after that. Now, the typical tuition period for crypto is 2 to 4 years. You know, sometimes you can learn it earlier, but sometimes you can speed run the process. But yeah, usually it's a full market cycle, and the full market cycle takes about 3 to 4 years. So from here to here is about 3 to 4 years, right? Now, sometimes it can be longer, maybe 5, but it's generally 4 years for crypto. Some people, they make money in their first bull run, but if they didn't make and learn from enough mistakes, they end up making them later with a much bigger portfolio. We sort of covered that before. So you want to invest with enough money that it hurts to lose, good for remembering the lesson, but not so much that it would have a massive financial impact. As they say, don't invest more than you're willing to lose, right? This quote is like the most famous quote in crypto, and it became the most famous quote for a reason. It's just so true. You know, so many people have lost all their money. You need to never put in more than you're willing to lose because it's so risky. But yeah, that's, you know, pretty much how I would explain it. Bob Lucas here giving us some supporting evidence. Noobs always get wrecked. That's the cost of tuition. You know, when you're new to something, you just get wrecked, right? You're new to surfing, you get dumped. You're new to snowboarding, you just get face planted. You're new to skating, you just fall off and, you know, bang your knee. You're new to, I don't know, basketball, you get thrown to the ground, you slip over. You always get wrecked, and that is the cost of your tuition. So how do you not pay a tuition? You know, if you want to avoid it, how do you do it? Well, you can avoid paying a tuition by focusing on index funds, gold, bonds, anything where, like I said at the start of this video, it's sort of like low risk and you don't have high expectations for, and it's sort of like hands off, right? You don't do anything. Index funds, you don't have any involvement, so obviously, like in a 401k, you can't unlock it either. So you just end up eventually making money. And that relates to this point here. If you can't sell, eventually you'll make a profit, right? Over a long enough time horizon, the price will go up, you'll be in profit. So that's the lesson. Everyone pays their tuition. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.